How's it going, everybody? So it's been about 6 months since we took delivery of our Tesla Model Y, long-range all-wheel drive, and I wanted to kind of reflect a little bit. I wanted to kind of go back to the delivery day, kind of think about a couple of things that I wish we'd done a little bit differently, a couple of things that worked out way better than I thought they would, and then moving forward, what I would do next time. So sit back, relax. You're watching the Tall Tesla Guy. So we're going to jump right into this here. So we actually placed the order for our Tesla Model Y back in July of 2020. We took delivery in September. Now it took about 6 weeks. It was a long, agonizing 6 weeks. Let me tell you, just because I've been thinking about getting a Tesla since 2012 when the Tesla Model S came out. We were waiting for the Tesla that kind of fit within our budget, within our lifestyle a little bit better. And then the Model 3 came out. The excitement built even further. We just wanted something a little bit more SUV-ish, just because of our dog and our kid and the space and all that kind of stuff. And then the Model Y came out. So we did all but jump on top of this. Now, by the time we ordered it, they had kind of worked out a couple of the kinks that they had with some of the fit and finish issues. They had reopened the plant. It was right smack dab in the middle of everything that went on last year with the quarantine, with shelter in place, all that kind of stuff. So it made it a little nervy. We were a little bit nervous about it in the beginning, about how the process was going to go. We knew that they were digital, but we weren't, wasn't really sure how it was going to work. So, we jumped online and we did what most of you guys are doing now, what you guys already did an insane amount of research on it. We watched YouTube videos. Certainly you guys will be watching Tall Tesla Guy videos just to find out about the process, how Tesla works, that kind of thing. And we came into it with a good sense of feeling, a good sense of knowing kind of what to expect, what was going to happen, what we should do, what we shouldn't do, that kind of thing. And then we built on top of that. So I would definitely recommend from day one, you do your research. Now look into the car, schedule a test drive. It's all online anyway, the scheduling part of it anyway. And then through text message, you go there, they turn the car on for you, or at least get you set up. They'll give you a key card for it. And then you take off. 20 minutes later, you bring it back. You're most likely going to be in love with it like we were, and then we placed that order that night. And how we did that process is you go right to the Tesla website, you pick out everything from the type of vehicle you want, how much range you want, being a long range or performance, and then standard range if it comes back, the color of it, the tires, whether or not you want full self-driving, everything is all online. It's all through the Tesla website, which is super nice. In fact, even the people at the showroom, and it's called a showroom, not a dealership, you'll notice that there isn't a lot of cars there for sale like a typical dealership. They're actually product specialists. They're not sales reps. There's no high pressure sales process. There's nobody trying to negotiate with you and any of that stuff. In fact, it's all online. Everything down to deciding whether or not you want to lease or get a loan for it. It's all online, even the down payment. So that part was super nice. I did not miss talking to a dealership, talking to a sales rep, talking to the finance department. I didn't miss that one bit. And in fact, in the end, looking back, that alone would bring me back to Tesla just to buy one, even if everything else didn't work as well as it did when we went through the process. So, coming into it, like I said, it took us 6 weeks. It took 6 weeks from the delivery day, or from the day that we checked order by now, to when we actually got the email and said, hey, you can come get it. It's here, 10 o'clock in the morning. Come on down, pick it up, right? So 6 weeks was that time period. And during that period, it allowed us the opportunity to get some stuff lined up, right? So I've thrown a couple of videos, and I'll put some links up there for them, between figuring out how you're going to charge the car, getting a 240 outlet, the Tesla wall connector, or just through a regular 110. To charge the vehicle every day or every night, or if you're just going to go to superchargers, whatever it is. Buying the accessories. Like their accessories, there's a million and one things you can do to customize the car that's outside of what comes with it. And there's certain ones that are important, certain ones that just aren't. And looking back on them, I'm glad that we bought what we did. And there's even a couple of them that we bought that we didn't necessarily need. But getting certain things like, all-weather floor mats to protect the interior of it, a screen protector for your screen. We have a dog, a golden retriever, so we wanted the pet protection in the back of it. We got mats for the rubber mats for the trunk, for the frunk. that sort of thing. It's kind of the little things that you don't necessarily think about, but it was great to have them. Because as soon as we got the car, we threw them in. We didn't have to worry about damaging stuff. It's, the weather here is kind of weird in Ohio, and you never know if it's going to rain or snow. So we wanted to be prepared for anything that we had. And then on top of that, we wanted to be comfortable from day one. So, pre-ordering this stuff, getting it ready, taking advantage of the time it takes from when you order it till you actually receive the vehicle to get some of this stuff lined up. And then it came down to paint protection, to ceramic coating, to tinting the windows. We knew we were going to do that stuff, and the 6 weeks allowed us time to do it or get it lined up. Right, so I got it all squared away. Got a company in town that did it for us. They did a great job. They work a lot on Teslas. That's something you want to make sure that you're working with a company that works with Teslas. There's a lot of weird angles and designs in the vehicle, and if they're not familiar with that and they're just putting PPF on any other vehicle, you can end up with bubbles and seams and weird spacing and stuff like that. So you find somebody that works with Teslas, it'll be a lot better experience for you, for them, all that kind of stuff. We found a company in town that does it, and it took them about a week to do it, but they were a few weeks out anyway, so we scheduled it for as soon as we picked up the vehicle. We picked it up, brought it home, sat in our garage for a day. We drove it over to them and left it for a week. Getting it set up, we would have waited an additional month maybe if we had waited until we actually picked up the vehicle. So taking advantage of the time and getting that taken care of in the beginning is something that I'm glad we did. And watching the videos and getting feedback from the community forums and stuff like that, gave me a lot of insight into that sort of stuff. And then I was able to jump on top of it and take advantage of it. And then, going down to the actual delivery day, right? So we showed up, we were ready to go. It was a touchless experience. Of course, we were social distancing anyway. We all had our masks on and all that kind of stuff. But really, they had the vehicle ready to go. It was sitting in the lot. In fact, they even put the license plate on. It was part of the purchase price of the vehicle, or added to it, I should say. But so basically, all the paperwork was in the vehicle. We went out to it. The product specialist wasn't even near us. He was inside the building. We walked around the vehicle with the fine-tooth comb, all that sort of stuff, signed the paperwork, and then they activated it at that point. We already had our Tesla app downloaded on our phones, and then as soon as you sign it, they put it in their system, you're activated, and then you're off. You can go. During that time, I kind of wish in hindsight, I was super, super excited, smiling ear to ear. I wish that I was able to kind of step back a little bit, kind of tone it down a little bit, just so that I could have, combed through it a little bit better on the vehicle. Just because, like I said before, if it had 3 wheels, we still would have bought it. I was so excited about the vehicle and getting it and all that kind of stuff. So, there's multiple sites where you can get a delivery day checklist that checks off everything from paint to panel gaps to common issues to look for, that sort of thing. I will say that their fit and finish issues have improved dramatically, certainly from when they launched the Model Y to when we got it to even what I'm seeing now. So it's a lot less of a problem, but it's still there, and it's a expensive vehicle. You want to make sure you have what you're getting what you paid for, that kind of thing. So it is really important to be real critical of it, and then from that, anything you do find, assuming you didn't find enough to refuse the delivery, right from the product specialist, so you can set up a service appointment, or as soon as you drive away, you get it home, you park it in your garage under different light, all that kind of stuff. You notice something else that's wrong with it, you can go right into your app and you can schedule a service appointment. And then the mobile service tech will actually come to your house and they'll fix it in your garage while you wait. So you don't even have to bring it down to the showroom to get a lot of this stuff fixed, which is super nice, super convenient, and something that I'm going to miss if we ever ended up going away from Teslas in the future. But, stuff like that, we got super lucky with ours, right? So we didn't have paint issues with it. We went for the Midnight Silver Metallic, and we did have a couple of panel issues. There's minor panel gaps that are within spec. It's something you'll become familiar with. But underneath, down by the rocker panel at the bottom of the door, it's inset a little bit, not enough to cause any sort of issues. I do notice it once I saw it. So you want to kind of pay attention to that sort of stuff. If it's something that's going to hang up on you, you'll see people refuse delivery all the time, and then you wait for another one. If you don't mind waiting those couple weeks or whatever it is to get that better version of it, then don't be afraid to tell them that. Don't be afraid to push that through, because this is your vehicle and you want to be happy with it. These things weren't something that bothered me. The vehicle functioned properly. Everything looked good on the inside. The seats lined up, all that sort of stuff. Once you leave the lot, you're going to notice the acceleration, the driving excitement that you get from a Tesla that you just don't see in any other vehicle. Certainly an electric vehicle, that instant torque that takes off with it. I mean, it just really kind of lit that spark of driving excitement in me that I didn't have or haven't had for a long time. So that part about it is super fun, and that kind of leads me into where I would go from here, right? So there's a couple of things I wish I'd done a little bit differently from the delivery, but we did a lot of stuff ahead of time, which was good, and I'm glad that we did. And moving forward, would I buy it again? And the answer is yes. I mean, we both love the vehicle. We love the drive. My daughter, she's a toddler sitting in the back seat. She loves looking through the panoramic roof at the clouds and the stars and everything like that when we're driving around. It's comfortable for me. These are the most comfortable seats that I've ever been in. I fit in it comfortably. My legs are comfortable. My feet are comfortable. The driving position is great. So that part of it is great for me, and I just love it right from the beginning to the end. And the technology is just amazing. The infotainment system, when you stopped and playing games and stuff like that, is just fantastic. So, going into this from the outside in, first time ever, kind of, maybe plan for it a little bit, but hope for the best, right? So go in there optimistic with a smile on your face, and you're really going to enjoy it. It's going to be a memorable experience for you. It's going to be something that you look back on and you say you're glad that you did it. Certainly once you drive it and drive it for any amount of time, you're going to, definitely appreciate your decision. So if you made it this far in the video, really appreciate you guys staying tuned and tuning in each week after each video. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We put videos in all the time there to help you through this EV journey. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day, week, month, and you're staying safe out there. Thanks for watching, guys.